It's pretty awe-inspiring when you come through because it's not a normal house.
It hits people differently.
It's hard to say what makes the connection. They've either seen it on a print ad or a commercial or in a movie. To this day, when people come on tours, they come through that door, they get that moment. And it affects everybody differently. Some are moved so much they can't even describe what they're feeling. And that's my mom and dad's vision of what was supposed to sit here.
I'm Shari Gronwald.
And I'm Bruce Stahl. This is our childhood home,
Which is called the Stahl House, but more formally, Case Study House number 22.
When the house was first built, it wasn't famous. So we had no idea what we were growing in.
This was just home to us.
It's famous now. It's got that word iconic attached to it.
That took a lot of work to get to that iconic stage.
Yeah. But I think I started realizing it was special when I got into middle school. I bring friends up and they go, "What, you live here?" Dad was a purchasing agent and he made a call out to North American Aviation, and my mom was the receptionist there, and that's where they first met.
1954, they were married in Las Vegas.
They were renting a small lower flat to a house across the canyon over here. So they watched these lots being graded and they liked this one. They had already started calling it their own.
This lot was always called the runt of the lots up here.
It was the smallest.
The lot nobody wanted, right? Except my dad, he knew this is the one.
But one day they decided to come over and have a look. They parked their car right here, probably where the pool is, and just were amazed with the view that they saw.
The lot used to be called Pecker Point.
For the young kids, a place where you drove your car and you sat and looked at the view.
And made out.
That same day that they came up to look at the lot, they heard another car coming up the road. It was a gentleman named George Bia. He actually owned this lot. So after about an hour or so, my dad made a deal with him, $13,500 and a handshake and a $100 bill.
That was it back then.
It was honor. And then Mr. Bia carried the loan for them. They just paid him back. And they didn't start building until the property was paid for. $13,500 sounds like nothing today. Let me put it in perspective. You could have bought a house down on the city floor, 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $10,000. Dad got advice that if he would square up the corners, it would give him more square footage to build on.
My dad went around to all the construction sites to find all the concrete blocks to extend the lot size.
6 feet he was going to gain all the way around.
Can you imagine putting all that concrete in the trunk of your car and bringing it up here?
There's one story of him blowing a transmission trying to come up,
Yeah.
but the reverse still worked, so he backed up the hill.
The whole way to unload it.
To unload it.
They were determined, my mother and my father, to get this built.
They knew what they wanted.
It was their dream, and nothing was going to stop them.
This is our front door to the house, which is not a front door. It's a door to the courtyard. In the middle section glass here, you see some initials CHS. A lot of people think it's a mistake for a case study house, but my mom honored to my father because his name is Clarence Henry Stahl.
Because Pierre always had the recognition of designing this home, but really the original was pretty darn close to what ended up being.
This is the original model that my father built in 1956, 1 year before he even met Pierre Koenig. It was mainly designed to show architects what my folks wanted. What was most important was the view.
Once the model was completed, they started architect shopping, and they ended up talking to 3 of them. All 3 turned them down because of what they wanted. It was unbuildable. But it was unbuildable because they weren't thinking steel. Once Pierre got into the picture, he just took it on.
Normally in a house you need walls for strength. Pierre realized that you couldn't build a structure like this with wood. It had to be made of steel. I get a big chuckle on tours. People go, "Is the furniture original?" And I just laugh. They go, "It's a glass house." The original furniture would be a pile of dust right now. Mom was asked, "Well, where do you hang your artwork?" And my mom says, "Why do I need artwork?" Dad, when there was no house here, he told the architects, "I want to be able to look this way and see the ocean. I want to look this way and see the mountains, but I don't want to walk from one side of my house to the other. I just want to turn my head." Him blurring the lines between indoor and outdoor living, I think he captured it really well. During the summer times, we can open all these windows and that's an extension of our home. The way Pierre's designed the house, it makes the house flow right into the city. The original design, the living room was supposed to be another 10 feet further out. But the city said, no, absolutely not. We're not going to let you do that. They redid the plans. They cantilevered the corner, shortened it. And the city was still saying no. Koenig pointed to the code book and he says, show me in the code book where I can't do it. And if you can't show me that I can't do it, I'm building it.
Once my parents found the architect, then they had to find financing. They ended up going to as many different banks as they could, but banks weren't loaning for the homes up here at the time. It was too risky. Finally, Pierre came in with his book. He found Broadway Federal Savings and Loan, a Black-owned bank that was the only one willing to finance their dream house. But there were some rules with that home loan. They would have to make it a 2-car carport, and they have to build a pool.
If infinity pools were a thing back when they built this house, they probably would have built an infinity pool. But you get that infinity feel just based on the view, which is the endless city. It's magical. What'd the pool mean to us?
It was our babysitter.
We used to live in the pool. We wouldn't even get out of the pool to eat lunch.
No.
She'd bring the lunch over to the pool edge for us.
Yeah, the pool was an amazing way to grow up.
When we woke up in the morning, we had to put on life vests.
Or else.
The windows didn't open up until we were safe. Once we could swim good, we learned how to jump off the roof.
It was Dad who, like, I'm just gonna go jump off that roof. And then it started a whole generational desire just to get up and jump that roof.
As kids, we grew up eating here. Mom was the short order cook over here. She was always facing the view. Homes in the 60s, a lot of the kitchens were buried in a corner with a small window where food was prepared. Mom didn't want any of that. And I think she had a lot to do with the way this...
She was very outspoken about what she wanted in her kitchen.
Yeah. But what Koenig did here, everything is raised in here, but he dropped the ceiling too to give it more of a cozier, warm feeling. And that's why it's made of wood. I tell people he built a structure within a structure. We have a scale in this house. One side's originality, the other side is practicality. When we can't bring something back, we go to the next best thing. Like the kitchen has white floors. Well, that's not original, but
that's a Pierre Koenig thing.
Yeah, we looked through Koenig's book, and case study 21 had pure white floors. So that'll work. It's practical. Yep. It's not original, but it's practical. We redid this recently, brought back the frosted glass up there. The sink is original. The original appliances were all GE. This was a push-button electric range top, and it had the coil.
Yeah, it was pink.
So were the ovens, so was the fridge.
They had a choice between pink or yellow. I'm sure Mom picked pink.
Of course. These
panels pull out. They block the sun for her while she's cooking. It also will cover the mess if she has a mess in here and somebody comes up. But this was more used for the sun because it was brutal in the summer, you know?
Dad parked himself there. We left that up because that's his sense of humor.
This is where our family really bonded in here. This is where we talked. This is where we ate. This is where we giggled.
This is our kitchen table. The case study houses were all supposed to be affordable, easy to build, new, innovative ideas for low-cost housing. All the major architects of the time, Soriano, Koenig, Neutra, these are names that everybody thinks about now because their designs were so creative and different. And the program lasted from like 45 to 66. We were towards the latter part of it.
The case study program ended up giving incentives to the people that want the case study houses built because they get discounts. Bethlehem Steel gave our parents good discount. I don't know whether they would have been able to build it if there wasn't those discounts.
And before we could even move in, if you were a case study house, you had to be open to the public for a month, I think.
Julius, he had to come in and take his famous pictures, but the house wasn't done yet. There was no furniture. It was chaos here.
Koenig was bringing products from his own house to fill in. There's one photo called the Playboy. It's a gentleman looking over the city, leaning against the glass. Well, that's a representative from Bethlehem Steel. The two girls in Julius's famous shot were girlfriends of people that were just helping him out. Shulman had stepped outside because they were setting up for a different shot, and he saw these two girls sitting in the positions they were at in the frame. Time magazine put together the top 100 most influential photos ever taken, and that picture made that book.
Everybody looked at that and said, this is the life I want. I want to go to California. You know, I want to go have this life.
He said one time when he was being interviewed, he goes, I didn't capture the perfect shot of real estate, I captured a mood. People goes, what was it like growing up here? I go, fantastic. We used to roller skate up and down the aisle in between the living room and dining room and kitchen, which I think is crazy because the windows were all plate glass. One roller skate into those windows and it would have been the end of us probably. How many people lived in this house at one time? There was 5 total, but only 2 bedrooms. Now, Mom and Dad planned on 2. That was Shari and I. And then 8 years later, my brother Mark was a pleasant surprise.
So my dad decided to build a wall here, and then it had over here an accordion door.
Our brother used to say, I didn't know it at the time, but I shared half of a room.
Yeah, but all we had to do was open this window, and then our room just got so much bigger.
Dad didn't believe in hallways. He thought they were wasted space.
Wasted space.
And if you're trying to achieve a view from every room, where do you put a hallway? If you put it in the back, you're going to lose a whole lot of square footage. He just decided to eliminate the hallway. So you have to cross through the primary bedroom to the guest bedroom.
But my dad designed it so that door would close and the key will open that lock to let you into your room.
He was once asked by a woman, why didn't you put any windows on the side? He said, why? There's no view and it just lets in noise.
Yeah.
So he made it entirely solid wall. Dad, Mom could have built a much bigger house, but I think having a view from every room would have been lost. They just needed enough room for their family. Every square inch of this house was utilized and used. The way it was set up, it all works perfect. Seeing the view through the house, over the pool, it all is in harmony. Mid-century modern has gone through ebbs and flows of popularity. In 1989, I believe, there was a great exhibit.
Blueprints for Modern Living. It seemed like mid-century modern was on the rise again after that MoCA exhibit. And then the house became busy with feature films and music videos. One of the movies was Galaxy Quest. That movie was probably one of my mom's favorite because of the little alien people. And then we had Why Do Fools Fall in Love with Halle Berry. We had Wilson Phillips up here that did a music video. I absolutely love that. And I tell people that if you want to really see the house and kind of get a feel for it, watch that. It's just been going since then. Kind of started opening revenue stream for my parents, which was good. They gave all of this into the house, right? All of this hard work. The house was finally giving back to them after all these years.
I think it just surpassed what my parents thought it would be. Mom jumped at every opportunity to show someone the house. She loved it. Anybody that was willing to walk up the hill or have the courage to knock on the door, she would invite in and show around.
She was so darn charming. She was the light in the room. She just loved people.
What we're doing today is carrying on her vision of letting as many people see it as possible. This was Mark's idea because, well, the only way to really see the house was either be a friend of the family or be part of a film crew. So he decided to open it up for tours.
And he was doing the tours for a while when it first started, but then it started getting more popular, so we had to bring in tour guides. I love all the tour guides, they're great.
It's not a normal tour where there's velvet ropes and pathways you have to stay on. We want you to come in, we want you to take a piece of it with you.
They like to say that that's the best tour they've ever been on, because I felt like I was just here visiting family.
That's the feeling we want them to leave with. A lot of people will make the mistake of calling it a museum. I go, no, it's not a museum.
No.
It's a lived-in family home. My mom decorated this one bathroom, and the back wall had like green shag carpeting on it with these embroidered little pictures that she did. It's a conversational piece. The TV console used to sit right where this Nelson bench is, and it was one of those old style black and whites. We as kids used to watch TV sitting on the ground. Parents were in the bed, leaning against the back wall. The most memorable time was I was sitting here watching Neil Armstrong take his first steps on the moon. The wall was just a drywall, but Dad found these pieces of beveled glass, but it wasn't enough to cover the whole wall. He took what he had, spaced it out, and then put wood in between them. And he used to always say, well, this way I don't even have to face my view, I can still see my view. This is all storage. All of our storage is overhead. And then the wall doesn't go all the way up to the ceiling. There's glass there. In this way, you get light spilling from one room to another. You can see the roof line and the storage all the way through to the next room. There was 2 main concessions. The original design had a butterfly roof, inverted type roof. He wanted the living room to simulate a bird taking flight, you know, when they first take off. And then the wing that we're sitting in right now is the bedroom wing. It was supposed to curve with the road. Actually, the room we're in right now was supposed to be the carport.
They also gave up a waterfall feature that my dad wanted.
Like Koenig said, he goes, I got a client with champagne taste, but he's got a beer budget.
This is our primary bathroom.
Dad wanting to achieve a view from every room, you can see that he has. Most sinks have a mirror right above it. He'd rather look at the view.
Yeah. The one area that gets a lot of people is this toilet area.
They think it's a shower.
Yeah, they think it's a shower, but really, can you imagine? I mean, you're looking through this.
Glass for everything. My dad used to make a lot of things, but my mom really loved her jewelry. So what he did is he built her jewelry shelves with velvet on it, so she could lay her jewelry down on these nice little shelves. This is all his work. 4 years ago, 5 years ago, we restored this to as close to original as possible. I think the contractor actually walked off the job because there was no more money, so my dad had to finish the bathroom, the cabinetries and stuff like that.
And then even during that time when the contractor was still on, my dad would take on some of the projects. He was doing that to save money.
You know, sweeping floors, hauling stuff away.
Yeah.
It's another one of those stars in the line of the successions of why the house is here.
Like I said, they were, you know, cash poor, house rich. We've grown up with this city. We've watched it from here.
We used to stand closer to the edge, though.
Yeah, we did. But I think this house has rubbed off on me more than I thought. I understand my dad a lot more now than I used to.
Even though he's gone, we're closer to him.
There's a peace that overcomes me when I come in here. I can feel my parents here.
It was an entertaining house. The focal point for a lot of family get-togethers.
Lots of love.
Yeah.
We were fortunate, very fortunate to have that.
We had very caring parents. They had no idea what they're building. They were just building their dream house, but they built something that people have viewed worldwide. And it's just a testament to their will to get it built. Raised 3 kids here and had a great childhood. It was fantastic.
They have this perseverance to not give up. If one way closes and it doesn't look passable, go around it. Just keep working for your dream. That's what my parents did, and they never regretted it for a moment.
Everybody dreams. They made their dream a reality.
My knees don't bend like they used to. Neither does yours.
It's called a controlled crash, is what it's called.
We're not as young as we used to be.